Welcome to Twins World, all about parenting. Hope you all are safe and sound in your own places. As we discussed the previous session, nowadays we are going to talk more about some soft skill management, which is very important from the preschool as well as school age children. And today's topic is importance of communication skills. Yes, in the school syllabus, the communication skills are mentioned. That mainly meant to get marks, but it is good if we are able to practice the communication skills in us, because this will help us to relate to others, not only in school or college days, but in the work life, in the married life. When the children become parents, all these things will be helpful, or what will be more easier if I am able to communicate well. If you speak about the communication skills, home plays an important role in managing children with communication skills. If you look into the houses whereas the parents are very much into work or being in their work, they tend to forget to communicate with their children. Those kind of children are mainly introverts, whereas the parents who find themselves to socialize with public, their kids tend to be extrovert and try to socialize more. We know that human beings are social beings, so communicating with others will increase their scope of interacting with people. So this is the importance of communication skills in children. If you mainly look into the different aspects of communication skills, active listening, that is, I need to take an effort to listen to someone, is a communication skill. If you see, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so it is very clear that we should listen twice before speaking. So active listening is a part of communication skills. Once you listen, then you talk. So once the active listening is done, then your verbalization will come. The third one is you are looking into empathetic in the feelings. That is, I should feel what? I should relate to the feelings of the next person. And the next point what I want to put in the communication skills is observing. You can observe how others are doing and we learn. If you ask anyone, the kid or anyone learn things, the first way of learning is mimicking others or copying others. If you see the parents are giving hand to poor, children tend to give hands to the poor. If the children see parents are having a good standard of living, children tend to learn by seeing them. If parents are having the habits of reading newspapers or any kind of novels, children tend to do all these things. So it is something they observe and do things. So these are the main things I want to focus on when we speak about communication skills. If we talk about different types of communication, the first one is verbal communication. So mainly we can talk about verbal and non-verbal communication. Verbal communication where we speak more, or that I know the language of the next person and he speaks and I can understand. So this way the verbal communication speaks. So active listening, as we said, that it is very important to listen first before you speak. So once you listen, when you speak, we need to train the children to speak what is needed. So it will be good, your speaking will be concise, clear. And one more character what we can inculcate in children while talking is being assertive. There is a thin line difference between assertiveness and stubbornness. I will take what is assertiveness in one of the coming sessions, but it is always good that being courage on what you talk, what you want to communicate, and make sure that the opposite team or the person whom you're talking is able to understand what you speak. That is the correct communication what we can teach. So what is happening is when I deal with the people with lesser educational quality or lesser understanding, when I say something, I'm not sure what the person understand. So I'll ask them to repeat what you understand. So I get a feedback how much they understood what I want them to understand. So this way we are able to improve the communication skills of children. The next thing is non-verbal communication. Anything other than your speech comes under non-verbal communication. If I look at a person, there is a communication happening. If I touch a person, there is a communication happening. If I wink my eyes, there is a purpose. So we need to understand that the children should be aware the non-verbal communication. Why? Because they just copy the people those who are doing surrounding. They may not know the importance or the effect of what they're doing. They just copy. It can really convey a bad information to other people. More than that, if someone else is doing that particular thing, they should understand, yes, the purpose of this particular non-verbal communication is this. So I should be beware what the man want to speak or what the woman want to speak. So this way, this non-verbal communication help the child to relate to the society. One of the main thing what we need to teach our children is to maintain eye-to-eye contact. If you've seen children nowadays, they don't look at your face when they talk, especially when they're being in mobile. They are in the mobile, communication happens, so they choose or they don't know to look at the eyes and talk. But some cultures won't appreciate an eye-to-eye contact with an opposite gender person. But that is actually a wrong practice. When you are courageous, when you want to speak something clear, crisp and concise, look at the eyes of the person and speak, so that whatever expression you want to say, the other person is able to grasp it. So this way non-verbal communication is able to help you and the children to develop better human being. Next point, what I want to communicate more on non-verbal communication is touch. When we talk to a person, touching on the body or whatever is appreciable. But some kind of touch that we already spoke about, good touch and bad touch, the eyes on unwanted places, maybe on the chest or the private part, or the touch on all these things, really need to be cautious that the purpose of the opposite person want to do something beyond what I meant to think or I meant to do. So this way we are able to relate the children to understand. Also communication, the more well-versed you are with the communication skills, it's easy to understand the intuition of the next person or the thought process of the next person, so that you can relate more and take preventive steps so that no accidents or immediate things can be affected to you. Hope the communication skills has shown you how important it is. Even if you are a small kid, big or a parent, is important in your life. Till we meet up with another important session, stay safe and stay happy. Thank you.